They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll bring it out. It's Barney. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive. With a play fake. Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. They're able to put a stop. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. With the catch, it's Townsend. Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off for Brown. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Really good job. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Down by a touchdown, and we'll see if they can get on the board with this drive. They go play action with Manning. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Manning to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Pressure coming. They're working that left side. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown! Play action, here's Manning. Looking left. Good completion on the out. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Longhorns right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. They're able to ride him down, but not before he has flipped the field with a huge pickup on the play, and now they are set up coming out of the 2-minute timeout. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Might be calling a hot route. In the red area, it's Smothers. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Manning. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got a man. It's Brown. Still on his feet at the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on first down from the 43. Dropping back, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To throw, Manning. Unloads to the right. Grabs it. They will score. Touchdown, Texas.
And that's just a fantastic.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Wants to throw on first down. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Got his man in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, I got to give the defense...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Hart's going to spin it again. And they got him. A sack. On the move, it's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Rushes on him. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Got a little grass. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The run inside. It's Smothers.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Rides to the back. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Throwing Manning. He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Has to get there to move the sticks. There he goes. Got enough space. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Running inside, it's Smothers. Fights off a defender. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They give it to him again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to run, it's Smothers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
And this one splits the uprights. There is a flag on the play. Now, this is on the defense. It might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing?
Could be an alley. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Pulls it again on the option. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Arch is going to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! They wanted to finish, and that they did. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. Sure hands, it's Townsend. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Longhorns come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. First down for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. Good, solid tackle.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. And the pummeling has started. This dude is lighting it up. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones.
It's a running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody.
Longhorns and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quarterback making adjustments. The run inside. It smothers. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Finds the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
How about the speed and athleticism in the back end of this defense? They came after the tight end with conviction, and they land a huge hit to prevent him from getting the first.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Quickly complete. Ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Here's Arts to throw. Fires left. Hauls it in. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Man, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job on the D.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. That's reeled in. It's Townsend. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Arch Madness. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air, it's Manning. Trying to find the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here's Julian saying to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
High the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to try to get it himself. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. You do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. And here comes the offense on second down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field and we're ready to go in the second. Here's Manning to throw. Into the end zone. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The Longhorns will try to punch it in on first and goal. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Touchdown, Texas! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
13
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Sayin buys a little time. On the move, he fires. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Knocked down at the 3, and he was trying to take that interception to the house.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They'll go right back to him. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't. They got stuck.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline with your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Got his man to the left. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Manning makes the catch. It's Townsend. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some.
He's got it on the left, and he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Manning to the air again. got the back over the middle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many...
Turning it on! Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for room. It's Owens. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Motion from the wideout. Running inside. It's Edwards. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
They'll try the left side. Got enough for the 1st. Finding some room. The tag. Touchdown, Texas A&M. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The keeper on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, Manning. Caught by Coleman. Oh, he's got some space. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Manning. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. The offense changing the play. Now here's Manning. Snagged out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll give it to Brown. Maybe some room here. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Throwing Manning. Lets it fly deep downfield. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You've got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. The run inside. It's Owens. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quick release on the RPO. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
That's a bang-bang type play. RPO in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback keep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Right back to the well. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Reed. Firing to the right, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Aggies in the hurry-up. They'll run it. It's Edwards. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Arch is going to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. To the air. It's Manning. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Here's Arch to throw. Here's the pressure. This time on target. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He spins that thing down the middle.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
So now it's 2nd and long. Arch Madness. Unleashes one deep. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
Just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Right on target this time. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Got his man on the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on the...
Got it down the field. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Making side adjustments here. Here's Manning to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's another play by this defense, and there's not much good, guys, I can say about this offense. I mean, they got the goose egg on the board in 3rd and long again. Something needs to go right for this club. They need to get some kind of shot in the arm, some kind of play, because right now it's been really bad.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Fourth down, Manning. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David. It just feels different in games like this.
It just means more because these guys don't like each other, and you love making those big hits in big moments.
Hits the afterburners. He's brought down the one. play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M going up tempo. Defense playing a bail technique. From the red zone, it's Owens. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Unloads quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. The give on the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Manning throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Dropping back, it's Manning. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, Manning. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it way down the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll do it himself. Now the pitch. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might as well stick with him. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Slithers into space. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Makes the grab. There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
Blue 22.
This is a designed run. Might have a chance. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Looking for space. It's Baker. Got enough for the 1st. To the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Picks up the 1st down. He's running free down the middle. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Texas. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down and protect this lead. Finding an escape route. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Looking for a crease. It's Owens. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. He's got it again. There's a crease. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Texas A&M going quickly. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Reed plucks it out of the air, and he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Back to pass, it's Reed. Gets it out quickly, and he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running inside, it's Edwards. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. The latest edition of this tradition-rich rivalry ends with the Aggies saying howdy to a victory over the despised Longhorns in the Lone Star Showdown. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody. Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Gives it on the option. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer
snags it, and there's running room. Drills him with the... He smashes his way through again. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Longhorns come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. A give to Brown. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Throwing Manning. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And right away early in this game, first drive, you're seeing the big storyline here. It's this quarterback's speed versus the defense and who's going to win the day. And I love the tone the defense is setting here. They knew coming in they were going to have to find a way to corral this guy, and they're able to get home early, really creating some momentum on their side.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but, man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
Ready, go!
Manning to throw for it on fourth. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
makes a grab and room to run. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Jukes his way for more. Makes him talk to the hand. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
He'll try it again. Makes it past the marker. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple.
There's a little room there. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's got it. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Arch is going to throw for it. That's caught. It's Townsend. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Manning. Makes the grab on the left. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Here's Arch to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. This time it's complete. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Arch going to spin it again. Unloads to the wideout. The quick out. Touchdown, Texas! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And the draw play, you know, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting in the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing, say it. Fires left side, it's Smith. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. To the ground to try to move the chains. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Sayin. Floating away. He's going to take off. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that...
Got it! Powers through. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Arch Madness. Bring in the heat. Breaks loose. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He's got it. Turning it on. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And the Longhorns peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. At the 35, he's open. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job by the defense. defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, say it. Under fire. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back to its own great field position.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. They've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Right on the money. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
The Buckeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Really nice time to go RPO there by the offense. 3rd and short. You might run the football. You got to fake that, certainly, and it freezes the defense just a split second enough for the QB to spit that thing out to the perimeter to make the catch and get the first down.
Say it. Here comes the heat. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
On the delay, it's Jackson. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll go play action with Sayin. Here's a heat. Buried before he could blink.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
Here comes the Texas offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Here's Manning to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Quarterback making checks. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
4th down, Manning. Unloads to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. So the fourth down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play, Reese, is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It Smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Manning. That's caught. It's Wingo. And he stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pickup of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Manning. Hauls it in. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. To throw, Manning. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And the extra point ties the game in the 4th. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, say it. It's complete to the left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, it's West. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
When you're an offensive lineman, you have to sell pass on a draw play. You got to set real quick, make it look like a pass, and then boom, I'm leaving that guy. I'm hitting that running back right behind him. Now I can get to the 2nd level, and you can see when I do that, you make big gains like this, catch the defense off guard.
Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. On first down, here comes this offense. Running inside, it's West.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keep it on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. And it's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they find a way to get things.
Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Might be calling a hot route. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Pressure coming, and they got it.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
The Longhorns right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Unloads it left. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Moore. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Arch is going to throw for it. Finds his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On the run, it Smothers. There's some room. Got enough for the first. Past the 30. The 10. And he scores! Touchdown, Longhorn!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 63 yards to the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Dante Moore. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Run the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He's got an open man. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Here's Moore to throw. Buys a little extra time. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Push down for the tackle. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Rushes on him. Fires downfield. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Discards him with the stiff arm.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, You roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Here's Arch to throw. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He wants to change this route. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Quarterback making adjustments. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing Moore. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Texas! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Inside, it's Davison. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Moore. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Moore will throw. Going for the big play. Makes a deep grab. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter play. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
They run it, they get the 1st down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Moore, play action. He'll take the deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Dante Moore. Oh, he loves themselves to fire downfield. Upstairs, he's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Moore to the air. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense changing the play. Arch Madness. Here's the pressure. Trying to buy time.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking to fire. Rifles it down the middle. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Sends it back in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Moving out to the right. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for space, it's Smothers. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven that...
Caught, and he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Moore with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Running inside, it's Hill. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Here's Moore to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The throw to the outside is complete. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Booster, booster! Western, western! Freeze, freeze! Q, level! Ready, go!
Throwing Moore. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
As a play caller, you feel confident throwing this out to the perimeter against zone coverage when you have that kind of timing and chemistry. This quarterback and receiver do. You saw it on that one.
The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Run in the red zone, it's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Hydro! Look! Rock! Squid! Ready to go!
Moore will throw. Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Return! Western, freeze! Q! Booster! Sweep! Go!
Moore going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures.
Rock! Squid! Flash! Bubba, go!
Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. Right down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense putting points on the board.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Manning throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
It's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Dante Moore fires into the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
To throw, Manning. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. He might want another play. Fourth down, Manning. Under fire. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
Slugs, chip. Booster, sweep. Blue. Rock. Square. Go, go.
Here's Moore to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Ducks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. At the 35, he's got room. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They're going to ride this running back. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his legs, it smothers. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Finds his tight end. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Throwing more. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead.
Booster, booster. Where did he go?
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense. That loose ball, it'll be a turnover. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. Let's go get some points.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Manning. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They'll make the stop. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. We check in with her now.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Elko before the game. Both teams are in the top 10. This SEC matchup is going to be hard. He said we have to eliminate all penalties at the line of scrimmage and be the most efficient version of ourselves all season. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Texas A&M About to boot it away to start this game. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Longhorns ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Fletcher. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Fletcher.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Throwing, Mensah. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll try to do it himself. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. He's got a fresh set of downs.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Good timing on the quick out. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Fletcher. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a third and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing a turnover on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Looking for a gap, it's Smothers. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
He'll pull it down and run. QB got it himself. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
But how nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Pulls it in. It's Townsend. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. Work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Manning from the gun on third down. Escapes the pressure going right. Fakes the catch. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Arch is going to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Rides the back and leaves it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Here's Brown.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
And lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll move the wide receiver.
Go!
Here's Arch to throw. Bringing the heat. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out, dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Hurricanes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Wide receiver going in motion. Maybe a crease. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane. The extra point here would tie the game.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The run inside. It Smothers. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give running right, Brown. These little gains can start to add up as as he gets it up to the 34.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Making side adjustments here. They'll run for it on third and short. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Arch Madness. Fires to the right. It's caught. There he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Longhorns will have it first and 10. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Stepping to the right. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running inside, it's Simon. Got a little grass. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Going to the run, it's Simon. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. The Canes will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Going to the run to start this second half. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Here's Manning to throw. Looking left. Pulls it in. It's Wingo. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The give to Brown. And tackled there by the defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Manning unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
To throw, Manning. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Manning to the air again. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got his man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Brown. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Fletcher. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Wide open downfield. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Hurricanes have this offense rolling. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Fires to the right. It's complete. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Here's Mensah to throw. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Canes want to move quickly. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Canes! Fitted in the window for the score. The Hurricanes back on top.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Throwing Manning. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. They're working that left side. Shakes a man, and he might take off. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Mensah. Got it behind the line. It's Pringle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit.
Makes the grab in their space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Hurricanes back on top.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. The give as they work on that clock. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. So Miami signals for a timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got him. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Hand off for Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Timeout on the field and 4. Hicks left to go. After making 1 field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. After making 1 field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. The official says no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
24, Miami, 21.
It comes down to this. 1 more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. Now most games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Ready, go! Ready! Blue 22, blue 22! Go, go! Ready, ready! Blue 30, go! Ready! White 29, white 29! Shift! Go, go! Ready! White 80, jet! Ready, go! Go, ready! Black 14, black, ready, go! Go, ready! Red 80, red 80! White 80, go! Here we go, ready! Red 54, red 54. Hey, move! Where did he go? Ready! Black and go, go! Ready, ready! Red 18, red 18! Go, go! Ready! Black 88, ready, go! Now, ready! Blue 85, blue 85! Go, go! Go, ready! Wide shift! go! Here we go, ready! Red 18, red 18! Go, go! Ready! Black 88, black 88! Go! Ready, ready! 285, 285! Go, go! Ready! Y83, Y83! Ready, go! Ready! Blue 22, blue 22! Ready, go!